Okay, so here's a really quick lesson on equivalent fractions. So you might get something where it says, here's a half, do another equivalent fraction. So this number on top could be 6, and it might want you to put a number in at the bottom. So what we need to realise is that we've done 1 times something is 6. So 1 times 6 must be 6. So 2 times 6 must be 12. So your actual final answer would be 6/12, which is exactly the same as a half. So this is a half, and 6 out of 12, or 6, is also half of 12. So it's a half. Okay, just trying to get you to understand equivalent fractions. Okay, so another one could be, well, let's do another half anyway, just in case. So here we have 4 on top, and we want an equivalent half. So 1 times 4 is 4. So 2 times 4 must be 8. So 4/8. Any other halves are like anything that's a half of anything else. So 7/14, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, 9/18, 10/20. All these are half because they're all half of the bottom number. Okay? All right, so another example then using a half could be a half equals, and then on the top here I've got a spare box, and on the bottom here I've got 30. Okay, so you need to decide what you've done to get from 2 to 30 now, instead of 1 to something. So 2 times 15 is 30. So 1 times 15 is 15. Okay? All right, moving on. Let's do another example. So here we have a third. Okay, and a third is equivalent to, put something on the bottom. Okay, so whatever's on the top, all we're going to do is multiply. So 1 times 3 is 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so you're just timesing the top and bottom by exactly the same number. If you also had a third and then a missing top number, let's do this one. Let's put 18. Okay, so all you need to do is think, what did you do to 3 to get 18? 3 times 6 is 18, so 1 times 6 must be 6. And if you look closely, if we've got 3 boxes, okay, there's 3 in each one, okay, for this one. So here's 1/3, okay, that's 3. Here's 2/3, and here is 3/3, okay? All of that adds up to 9, which is why 9 is on the bottom, and 1/3 is just 3, so that would be why that's on top. So 1/3 is the same as 3/9. 2/3 would then be 2 of these, which would be 6/9, and 3/3 would be 9/9. It's just a little background info for you there. All right, so let's try a quarter. So a quarter, we need something on the bottom. I'm just gonna go with 7 on there. And you need to decide, well, 1 times 7 is 7, so 4 times 7 is 28. So your answer is 7/28. And finally, if we had a quarter and we have a missing top number, we'll put 32 on the bottom. Okay, so if you get something like this, you have to think, what did I do to 4 to get to 32? Well, 4 times 8 is 32, so 1 times 8 must be 8. Okay, and it's 8/32, and it's the same as a quarter, because if I had four boxes and they all had 8 in, it would make 32. Okay, so it's just 1 out of 4. All right, I hope that makes sense, and it's just a really simple lesson on some equivalent fractions. So good luck with the questions.